Okay, first of all, here before we get started, I wanted to kind of hit on something I think I want to encourage the community to get involved with. As an athletic department university, we're going to basically do a supply drive for Coastal Carolina and their football team. There's going to be 4 locations on game day where fans can bring things and donate to this group. They're going to have a little bit of extra room on their equipment truck to take some things back. So we want to do everything we can do to help their team and staff and the families and the things that they're going through. So I know our people in Acadiana will take great pride in helping in that area. Really good practice today. I was pleased with the attitude. Certainly was a work day. Nothing easy about it. A lot of quality reps today, lots of mistakes, but also lots of positives. I thought the attitude early was really impressive. I think we're getting good leadership at the player level. Certainly today's a third down emphasis for our football team, and it's an area where we need to make improvement on both sides, and I think that the players responded. So with that being said, we'll take a few questions here.
How difficult is it to get ready for a team like Coastal when it's their special offense compared to everybody else?
Yeah, I think the biggest issue is simulating their offense, getting the offensive line, quarterback, the skilled players, whether that is the dive, the option, the pitch. And they're a little bit unique in how they do it. They're a spread team that features some of those same concepts, very similar to an Air Force, in that regard. Not necessarily the under center triple that you maybe see Army and Navy doing, but more of the spread concept. So big thing is our scout team. I think they got better today. Certainly yesterday was average at best, but I think they got better today, and hopefully we got better in terms of getting a quality look at it.
Was Coastal one of those teams that you worked in advance of that you weren't?
It was, yeah. That would be an example of the concept that maybe we've worked in the past.
So is it like a wishbone behind the shotgun?
Yeah, to some degree. I mean, don't get me wrong. It's going to look a lot like some of the offenses that you see. There's just trap, there's inside veer, there's trap option, there's zone option. You're going to see a dive back, a quarterback run. You'll see the ball pitched occasionally. But option concepts in the gun, and they do a good job at it. Certainly producing lots of yards and lots of points here as of late.
When you see an option team like that, everybody looks at the front 7 guys, but the D-backs are also, they don't stop
absolutely. Yeah, there's no question. I mean, they challenge you at every level, challenge your eye discipline, they challenge your gap integrity, and certainly you got to do a great job in support on the perimeter, and you got to tackle in the open field. They create one-on-one situations where guys got to get them on the ground. So that's where they stress you, and certainly they'll present a good challenge to our team.
Where does McCaskill stand? And is he more bone bruise and sprains?
It is a bone bruise. That's exactly what it is. Really, and with bone bruises comes swelling. But all that being said, the guy's making progress. It's just a very slow process relative to that. So a little better every day. Certainly was better yesterday. I haven't got a report back on how he was today, but he will not be available for the game. Certainly he hasn't practiced. So hopefully he continues to make progress. As soon as he does, we'll get him back in action.
Did he just try to give it a go in that first one and then a couple steps and realize he couldn't?
Yeah. I mean, I think he played 18 plays, 20 plays, something like that. It was ginger, and basically we removed him from the game, and it was certainly courageous of the kid. He wanted to play a home opener, worked his butt off, had a tremendous offseason and a good camp. But I think after going through that process and trying to play, we've realized that it's a little more significant than maybe he thought.
I forget what his years are. Does he have the option of taking a red shirt?
No, he's 3 for 3. So he's going to be back eventually. It's not that severe, but he has 3 years to play 3.
So it's a different game from home opener to playing Mississippi State. Now it's Sun Belt opener. How have you impressed that on the team?
Well, I think the big thing, and we talked to the team a little bit yesterday. Certainly, it is something that we make a point of. It is a conference opponent. But we really want to start preparing to a certain standard around here. Really doesn't matter who we play, regardless of the opponent. We want to work at a pace and prepare at a level no matter what, whether it's an SEC West opponent, an FCS opponent, or a conference opponent. We want to establish a culture around here where our guys have one way of doing things. You know, we don't allow external factors, you know, but obviously we've talked about it. It is a big deal. It certainly weighs into the divisional format in the championship game. But in general, we want to get to a point around here where no matter who we play, we're going to work at a certain standard.
And then how do you get the team to focus on this week compared to, and maybe even yourself, looking ahead to next week?
Well, we don't have that problem around here, I can promise you. You know, we're fighting and scratching and clawing every day just to, you know, work and improve. We got lots to work on, certainly in tons of areas where we can make improvement in year one. And I think that's where our focus is at. We're going to try to win this game and put the ball down and play, and then we'll work on the next one after that.
You're going to ask Morgan for any stock tips before the game?
You know, I tell you that I was impressed with Joe. The first time I had a chance to meet him this spring in Sunbelt meetings. He's got a great story. He's got passion for people. He's got passion about the game of football. I've been impressed with him. And certainly if you dig into his story, you know, it just goes to show you what a great game this is, you know, and for him to, you know, have that career and decide that he wanted to pursue this career is really, I think it speaks a lot about football, and certainly I think he's in it for the right reasons. You know, when you really get into his story, he's trying to impact his team and the type of people that he has on his team. So I got a lot of respect for Coach Moglia.
So it's a yes on the stock tips.
Yeah, it might be at the 50. I might say, hey, what do I need to be buying next week? But no, he'd be a good person to ask. I can promise you that.